Hi, this is Amanda, and I'm here with you today at Smithfield, Carolina Pottery. And we are going to be doing a fall pumpkin. We've got the black and white check pumpkin here today. We're going to be using 2 ribbons for our bow. We've got the black and white check pumpkin, black and white check with the pumpkin. We've got the black and white stripe, and we have the like a burnt orange going with that. And we are also going to be adding that in with the bow is this floral pick with sunflower. We got some berries, some other little fun wispy things. So what we do first is make the bow. And I done just an easy bow with this and made some loops. I didn't measure anything out first. I kept everything on the bolt, and I just done 2 loops of each. And by doing that, start off and leave you about a 6-inch tail. You're going to go in and you're going to gather your ribbon. And you're going to bring your ribbon around. Do about a 5-inch loop for that bow. The loops are going to be about 5 inches, all of them. We're going to scrunch that. We're going to do another loop. And what I do for measure is I'll bring the 2 loops up and just get them even that way so that they're kind of cohesive with each other. So we're going to gather that back in. Cut these loops off from the bow, from the bolt. And I always give a little bit extra ribbon because you don't really know what length you're going to need, so I always do that last. So we're just going to cut it. We're going to go on to our second ribbon. I'll start this one while I'm still holding the bow in between my 2 fingers. You're going to put that tail in, scrunch. We're going to bring it and we're going to do a loop. We're just going to scrunch that in. Bring it out like we did the other to measure the 2. Going to make us another loop. Scrunch it in. Pull those up. We got them about the same height. Then you can just cut that loose from the bolt. Take your 3rd ribbon. We're going to do the same thing. Now what I did with the 3rd one is I made 3 loops. Because I like to work in odd numbers. So just let your tail go whichever direction. After you tie this together, you're going to be able to adjust it and fluff and all that good stuff at the end. So we're going to take it and make a loop, and we're going to scrunch it. We're going to measure it, make sure it's about the same. Twist so you get that pretty side forward. I'll drop that. It's rolling on me. Alright. We're going to take it and do the 2nd loop. And then we're going to do our 3rd loop. We've got all this scrunched together. I'm going to cut that from the bolt. Now we're going to take our floral wire. I put it in behind my thumb, and I take it and I put it in between my pointer finger and my middle finger to get it back behind all these ribbons and ribbon tails. Then bring the other one around back behind that same finger while you're holding tight. And then you're going to take as close as you can get to the ribbons, and you're just going to twist, and twist at the bow instead of twisting your wire, because it makes a tighter knot. I twist about 2 or 3 times. You can start fluffing your bow. And then we're going to set that to the side for a second. So with the pick, I take it, and I always like to just take everything and kind of pull it out a little bit. Put some life into this little pick. We're going to figure out about where we want it with our pumpkin. So with this one, I brought it about in here. I let this all lay kind of down, and this I worked in with the bow. So I took this, and I've taken this, and I'm going to bend it backwards, the stem. And this is just going to kind of hook on right here. And I'm going to let that sit there like that. We're going to take a floral wire, and we're going to tie this in. And we're just going to basically go around and tie a knot so it will hold this guy in. With my wire cutters, I cut off the excess. And I always bend that little piece back in so that we don't have anything sharp that's going to be touching the wall and it's ultimately going to scratch your wall or anything like that. So we just want to keep from any sharp edges on the back. So now that we've got that in, we're going to take our bow. And like I said, these tails are really long, but we're going to trim those in a sec. We've got our other tails going up. And what I'm going to do is I go up under the flower with my wire. And I'm going to go around the whole stem of the pumpkin. And go around the back. And then I'm going to tie this in a knot, and I'm going to tie it 3 or 4 times to secure it. As we done the last time, we're going to cut our wire. We're going to bend it in so there's no sharp edges. Now we've got to work with this. So we can bring this down, move our bow down a little bit. We're going to pull this flower around where it comes around some of the loops. And you should, at this time, because you tied real well, you should be able to move your ribbons around, your loops around. You might have to move your tails a little bit also, just to get everything adjusted. Just want to swing on me, but that's okay. If you run your finger along your wires, it kind of helps smooth it out and give a little bit of curve or movement into that wire. What we're going to do with our end of our ribbons, and we're still working on this, I'm not done, but I'm going to trim up these loops for a second. And to dovetail, we're going to take our ribbon, we're going to fold it back in half. Then we're going to cut up the spine, down where it's folded. I'll show you the best way from this angle. We'll go up from the raw edges over here and cut up toward the spine. And that's going to leave you that dovetail. So I want this shorter, so we're just going to do the same thing and do that dovetail. Kind of maybe right in here. I wouldn't want to cover up the whole pumpkin, but maybe where you can do that and let it curl a little bit. All wired ribbon you can do this with. We're going to fold it. We're going to cut it up the spine. We'll do that with each of our ribbons. We got this one here. Can't forget these little ones we've got. Where'd it go? There it is. You don't need to cut much off of these usually. They were kind of short to start with. Now where's the other one hiding? There it is. Right in front of me. Isn't that where it's usually at? Okay. So, we've got a tail there. We've got a loop. We've got another loop. And you don't have to put the sunflower here. You can work it in however you would like. This is just one little suggestion. I think I'm going to try to move this orange one up. So we have something up there. And you can basically, you can fluff it all day long, but you get it to where you like it. Where it looks good to you. And you've got a little door hanger. We've got the black and white check with the ribbons and the pick. The black and white check isn't really for you. We have the traditional, the orange. It's in velvet this year. And what we've done is the same idea, the same process, just a different pick. And we have 3 different style of ribbons. But you do the same exact process with this one that we done with this one. So I hope you enjoyed these, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you.